Welcome back to the Floor of the CME Group here, January 18th, Tuesday. I'm Killer from Treasury Curve. Treasury Curve is an institutional money market portal. We assist firms in their overnight cash management. A lot of moving topics. Yesterday, Martin Luther King Day. You know, we saw the markets were closed. Despite that, the futures were open. And obviously with the Steve Jobs announcement, that has been paramount. What a move in the NASDAQ yesterday with the market really not open. Those futures were down 34 handles. We saw the S&P, we saw the Euro curves, we saw everything kind of go down. And to add on to the Steve Jobs situation, which is all over the media today, we saw China move the reserve ratios. So that is also playing a part here. You know, I think the inflation talk in China is really concerning. We are seeing this food inflation become more and more of a topic. You know, and back to the market here domestically, you know, we saw a little bit of retracement from yesterday's kind of movement in the futures, you know, but I feel like there's a little fatigue, or in essence, the market's kind of dazed and confused. Let's look at 2.5-year high in the Dow today, NASDAQ down, S&P flat. A lot of, you know, diverse kind of things going on in market directions, not adding up and not aligning. So is this fatigue? You know, you talk about a marathon. You know, actually it was a half marathon runner, believe it or not. Never quite got that marathon under the belt. But let's talk about the ultra marathon. I think we're in the ultra marathon. At some point, you get a little fatigued, you get a little dazed and confused, and maybe there's a little retracement. We thought yesterday with the Steve Jobs announcement that would be the catalyst, but we've come right back to even. We actually made a new high in the Dow contract. So we'll see how this week works out. Not a ton of data coming out, but enough to make markets move. Jobless claims we always look at as being an important market lever these days. You know, I think interesting enough, the Treasury, you know, the whole Treasury complex, you know, we saw an entire move across the curve. They came in and smoked them today. We saw a flight to quality yesterday in that market due to the NASDAQ, but today we have seen the 30-year, the 10-year, the 5-year, all the way across the curve really plummet. And I think, you know, there's some maybe, you know, people are talking what happened, a possible fat finger in the 10 years, or maybe there's some front running going on because people are concerned about some big auctions, some unanticipated big auctions over in Europe. So we'll see how that Treasury works out today, but the 30-year is currently down a point right now, and that's a substantial move for a Tuesday after a holiday weekend. Let's talk a little bit about that level, you know, that 119.16 level in the 30-year. You know, we get back under that 118.21 level, which was an old level, timber. That could get ugly, and it could get ugly quick. Let's talk SPOO. You know, hard to believe. I'm up here again, January 18th, after 7 weeks of just smooth sailing. But guess what, folks? Another new high, 1293 in the S&P. You know, I think the mental resistance I've spoken to a few times of 1300, I think that's coming in play, and I think they want to take it out before we do have this retracement. You know, the killer pivot today is coming in at 1280, long way down, I know, folks, but that is where, and every week we have up, that pivot kind of comes up. So we'll see, in the event we're able to rock underneath it, we'll see if we actually do have a retracement coming in. The NASDAQ, another new high, 2325. You know, and I think that Apple low, you know, the Apple news that came out here said that low, they slammed it down to 2285, but there weren't too many market participants, and that makes a big deal with the volatility and the illiquidity of the contract. You will see, you know, that currently they have back and filled all the way up in the NASDAQ, unchanged on the day, remarkable move. You know, the Dow Jones, they just knocked on 11,800, took out that high. You know, and to see this disparity in the market is sensational. You typically don't see 3 different futures market not being correlated like they are today. So I don't know how this is all going to shake out, but we do have a mixed bag and we do have some moving parts. So this week could be sensational for action, for price action, which we want as traders. Finally, in the Euro currency, they came out and made another new contract high this morning. You know, 134.62 was the high. The old high of 134.53. They took that out. So currently, you know, yesterday they came down a full penny, down to 132.34. They've rallied them 2 cents in this kind of retracement on the NASDAQ situation. The 200 days coming in at 130.84. The 100 days coming in at 133.84, and the 50 day at 133.35. Some key levels. Be very mindful of those this week. Good luck trading. Go get it. Remember, I'm the killer from the Floor of the CME Group, and be the hammer, not the nail.